So my wife and I decided we'd try something different, try something new. And the idea was to do our bit for the bees, perhaps to give them a home to stay in so that they could produce honey for us, and also we would give them a safe environment. Well, we had to speak to an experienced beekeeper. He was giving up the bees. He was in his 70s, early 80s I think. So he had a for sale sign in the paper selling all his bee equipment. So we went along and spoke to him, and we learned a great deal from him as well as from the night classes. It was early in the spring, and we wanted to get to a point where we could get hold of a hive after our course that we completed on bees. It's quite traumatic to open a beehive and to see 40,000 bees just arriving in mass of life. It's a hidden environment. Not many people get to see inside a beehive, so it's quite an experience to take off the top of the beehive and start working with the bees. If you tap on the beehive, you can cause the sound level to increase. They're aware of what's happening and any vibrations that are occurring on the beehive. So we would generally just tap the beehive and give them a sense that we're approaching, and that would settle them down a wee bit, as well as the smoke. We left them just to do their own thing throughout the winter and live off their supplies to some extent. There is something quite unique about entering a beehive, and it's a unique experience. It's I guess a bit traumatic, a bit scary to start with, but once you're experienced and you don't get stung, then you get to a point where you become more relaxed. You have to become more relaxed so that you can be in tune with the bees and not get too mobile, too active. You have to be fairly slow and listen to what they're doing. I think at some point you got to a stage where you were settled and you were calm and quiet, relaxed. And I think the bees got a sense of everything is okay. Even although you were entering their world, you weren't disturbing them. You had to slow down and ease into the process. We always wondered where the bees went, where they would fly to. We saw them flying, I guess, northwards, and I suspect that was for broom or gorse, some of the flowers up there at the top of the hill. But they often go southwards, over the hill on the Larney estate, and I suspect there was trees, sycamore trees, and a variety of trees there where they could source pollen. Eventually we had 4 active hives. They did swarm a couple of times, and that again was quite a unique experience, just to see a mass of bees, and a couple of times they would settle in unusual places. One was on the trampoline leg, 40,000 bees on a trampoline leg we had to gather up and put into a second hive, and that process again was another intense learning activity. Visitors were certainly afraid of the bees because they were really quite close to our garden, but not the kids. The kids seemed to be quite happy with them. It was really quite sad to open up a beehive and what was an alive and writhing mass of bees in the summer, every bee knowing exactly what it had to do. We opened up the hive in the winter, and what we saw was just a completely still and dead environment where the bees, they had congregated into the centre of the hive, ever closer to the queen, I suspect, a protector. And it was quite intensely sad to see the population completely dead.